I'm Natasha Busst, and this is Nightline. The top stories. Security tightened at shopping malls nationwide after Setia Alam shooting incident. And National Influenza Immunization Program for senior citizens to begin on February 18th. Security has been heightened at shopping malls and places of interest nationwide following the shooting incident at a shopping mall in Shah Alam, Selangor. Inspector General of Police Tan Sri Razaruddin Hussein stated that auxiliary police personnel and security guards at these locations have been instructed to remain vigilant and monitor for any suspicious activity. Razaruddin assured on Sunday that public safety remains the top priority and all efforts are being taken to arrest the gunman. He added that at the same time, Selangor police have also notified neighbouring state police and border authorities to remain on alert for the suspect. Razaruddin also acknowledged that the incident has sparked various concerns among the public. However, he urged people to avoid speculating on the case as it could create unnecessary anxiety. On Saturday night, visitors at a shopping mall in Setia Alam were shocked by a shooting incident before being instructed to evacuate the premises while shops pulled down their shutters. Police said a cleaner at the mall sustained injuries after being struck by several gunshots. The suspect also fired multiple shots at a stairway window and a sliding door on level P2 before fleeing the scene. Meanwhile, police believe that the gunman involved in the Setia Alam Mall shooting incident is still in Selangor. State Police Chief Datuk Hussein Omar Khan, when contacted, said that preliminary investigations confirmed only one suspect was involved in the incident and that the individual had already been identified. According to Hussein, a statewide manhunt is underway for the suspect. However, details about the individual cannot be disclosed at this time. Police will also release a photo fit if necessary to assist in tracking down the suspect. The bullet casings retrieved from the scene will also be sent to the chemistry department for further analysis.
Buat masa ni kita masih percaya dia berada di Selangor. Bagaimanapun kita akan pantaulah laluan keluar daripada Selangor.
Earlier, Hussein revealed that the wanted suspect has been identified as a local man in his 30s with 11 prior records for criminal and drug-related offences. Police are investigating the case under the Firearms Increased Penalties Act for discharging a firearm in the commission of a scheduled offence and the Penal Code for attempted murder. Now, police have stated that the gunman in the Setia Alam Mall shooting incident opened fire on the cleaner after becoming irritated when asked to move his belongings. According to Bukit Aman Criminal Investigation Department's CID Director, Datuk Sri Muhammad Shuhaili Muhammad Zain, initial investigations also indicated that the suspect was likely under the influence of drugs during the incident. However, the real motive has yet to be determined. Shuhaili added that Selangor police, with assistance from Bukit Aman, are conducting further investigations into the case and actively tracking down the suspect. He also expressed confidence that the case would be solved soon. Meanwhile, several witnesses of the Setia Alam Mall shooting incident shared their harrowing experiences, describing how panic erupted after the suspect fired multiple shots, prompting people to flee in all directions for safety. Siti Atika Norman, a perfume shop employee, was serving a customer when the incident took place. At first, she assumed the loud noise was from something falling, never imagining it was actually gunfire.
Saya tak tahu nak ke mana. Dan masa tu saya ikut arahan mall suruh tunduk dan saya tunduk di outlet sebelah kerana terlalu takut dan saya fikir mungkin kemungkinan 50/50 saya tak dapat diselamatkan. Mungkin penyaman tu masuk dan serang kami.
She claimed that only 2 gunshots were heard at first. However, a few minutes later, several more shots were fired, prompting her to flee to a safe location. 2 other witnesses stated that the injured cleaner was seen lying near the restroom at the scene.
Kuat sangat-sangat sebab kita orang tak pernah dengar bunyi macam tu. Kalau nak bunyi famous Amos pun mungkin slow sikit daripada situ, tapi disebabkan dia sampai 4 dah, sebab so kita orang teruslah lari keluar.
Orang jerit sana sini, depan belakang, kiri kanan orang menjerit. And then guard pun terus macam cakap keluar daripada mall, kita nak clearkan mall ni. And then lepas tu bila keluar pula, polis semua dah surround, macam dah keliling mall, polis sampai, ambulans semua, so panik lah.
Following the incident, the shopping mall reopened and resumed normal operations on Sunday after receiving clearance from the authorities. The National Influenza Immunization Program for senior citizens is set to begin on February 18th. The immunization program is expected to benefit some 170,000 recipients nationwide. Appointment bookings for the vaccination can be made via the My Sejahtera application, which will open on February 14th. The vaccination is available for senior citizens aged 60 and above at selected clinics. The age group is at higher risk of developing pneumonia as a complication from influenza, which can lead to prolonged hospitalization and a higher risk of fatality. The Health Ministry said it welcomes any collaboration from the private sector or state governments in implementing the influenza vaccination program. Citing the COVID-19 pandemic as an example, the ministry said state governments such as Selangor and Sarawak took the initiative to expand vaccination efforts during that time. To date, some 40 countries have implemented free influenza jabs for senior citizens. The National Disaster Management Agency, NADMA, must coordinate efforts between various government agencies in the aftermath of the recent floods. According to Deputy Prime Minister Datuk Seri Ahmad Zahid Hamidi, this strategy is aimed at accelerating the restoration process, particularly in areas where infrastructure has been affected. In a post on Facebook, Zahid, who also serves as the chairman of the National Disaster Management Committee, stressed that the recovery efforts are crucial to ensure that the flood damage does not pose a long-term threat to public safety or cause ongoing disruptions for residents. He noted that the situation in the flood-affected regions of Sabah and Sarawak is gradually improving, with a decrease in the number of evacuees taking shelter at temporary evacuation centres. However, authorities are urging continued vigilance as the possibility of heavy rainfall due to the northeast monsoon, which is expected to end next month, remains a concern. According to the National Disaster Control Centre's portal, as of 11 p.m. on Sunday, a total of 2,604 people were still taking shelter in temporary evacuation centres across 13 affected districts. Poverty should not be a reason for students to drop out of school and give up on their education. Instead, all stakeholders, including non-governmental organizations, NGOs, must play a role in supporting those in need. Plantation and Commodities Minister Datuk Seri Johari Abdul Ghani on Sunday emphasized that ensuring equal access to quality education is crucial for shaping a knowledgeable and capable generation. Johari stated that education is the foundation of a better future and every student should have equal opportunities to succeed. He warned that without proper education, both the nation's future and the prospects of its younger generation would be jeopardized, making it crucial to address this issue.
Saya nak mengingatkan kepada ibu bapa betapa pentingnya pendidikan anak-anak ini untuk mereka keluar daripada kemiskinan dalam kehidupan, khususnya kepada ibu bapa yang berada dalam kategori B40 atau di bawah daripada B40. Walaupun kita dalam kesusahan, yang paling penting kita kena utamakan pendidikan.
Johari, who is also the Titi Wangsa Member of Parliament, said this after officiating the School Aid Contribution Program for the 2025-2026 academic session in the capital. The contribution from Yayasan Bena Nusa is specifically for students residing and studying in the Titi Wangsa constituency. The program is organized into 3 zones: the Pandan Zone, which was completed on Sunday, followed by the Kampung Baru Zone on February 15th and the Keramat Zone on February 16th. A total of 9,000 recipients will benefit from the initiative, receiving cash aid and school bags.
Di kawasan Parlimen Titi Wangsa, ini adalah acara tahunan. Setiap kali bila nak buka sekolah, saya akan buat satu program khas untuk pelajar-pelajar di kawasan Titi Wangsa.
Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdoğan is scheduled to begin a 2-day working visit to Malaysia starting on Monday. In line with his official visit, Erdoğan will be awarded with an honorary doctorate by University Malaya in recognition of his contributions. The Sultan of Perak, Sultan Nazrin Muizzuddin Shah, who is also the Chancellor of University Malaya, has consented to confer an honorary doctorate in international relations on Erdoğan in recognition of his significant contributions to global diplomacy, international negotiations, and geopolitical relations. The 70-year-old leader, who has led Turkey for nearly 2 decades, is also scheduled to deliver a lecture immediately after the conferment ceremony. The official welcoming ceremony for Erdoğan's visit to Malaysia will be held on Tuesday at the Perdana Putra building in Putrajaya. This will be followed by a one-on-one meeting between him and Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim, as well as a bilateral meeting between Malaysia and the Turkish delegation. To conclude his visit, Erdoğan is scheduled to attend a business forum at the PICC. The last time Erdoğan visited Malaysia was in December 2019 when he attended the Kuala Lumpur summit, which aimed to address issues affecting the Ummah and the Islamic world. Graftbusters will summon 18 more persons of interest for questioning as part of its investigations under Op Sky. Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission Chief Commissioner Tan Sri Azam Baki said they have identified the individuals which are expected to be questioned soon. Azam said to date, the MACC has recorded statements from 39 people to assist investigations into the case. He added that the investigation is still ongoing and explained that the Commission needs more time to complete the probe. Azam said they were also working in collaboration with several banking institutions to obtain loan documents related to a number of identified loan applicants. Last month, the MACC's Anti-Money Laundering Division, in collaboration with Bank Negara Malaysia, arrested 12 individuals in raids at 24 locations, including residences and offices around the Klang Valley. To date, 27 individuals have been arrested, including bank officers and employees of the financial consultancy firm involved in the loan fraud syndicate. During the operation, the MACC seized about 4,000 documents and froze 98 bank accounts involving more than 17 million ringgit. Police have received 44 reports related to the UK VXE investment fraud case, including losses of over 33 million ringgit. Bukit Aman Commercial Crime Investigation Department CCID Director Datuk Seri Ramli Muhammad Yusof said the latest police report was lodged by a manager who had joined the cryptocurrency-based investment scheme since July last year. In a statement on Sunday, Ramli said that the syndicate's modus operandi involved promising victims returns of between 10 and 50%. After making payments, victims could see their investment accounts generating profits. However, when they attempted to withdraw their funds, they were instructed to make additional payments. Ramli also reiterated that nearly all reported cryptocurrency investment schemes are in reality not genuine investments. Instead, investors are deceived by website displays showing fake profits, with some cases involving losses amounting to tens of millions of ringgit. In a separate development, Ramli revealed that police have received 59 reports relating to a fraud case involving a vending machine investment scheme. So far, 5 investigation papers have been opened and authorities are still looking into the remaining reports lodged by victims.
Kerugian sebanyak RM192,250 dan kita ada juga lain-lain klasifikasi kes yang bersamaan dengan laporan-laporan yang telah dibuat yang melibatkan kerugian hampir RM6.8 juta.
Ramli further stated that a detailed investigation is still ongoing under the Penal Code for cheating. He also explained that the syndicate's modus operandi involved deceiving victims into believing they had purchased vending machines, but none were ever delivered or shown to them. Meanwhile, 54 individuals are believed to have fallen victim to the vending machine investment scheme, suffering losses totaling 5.2 million ringgit. This was revealed by the Malaysia International Humanitarian Organization, MHO, during a media conference in Kuala Lumpur on Sunday. MHO Secretary General Datuk Hishamuddin Hashim claimed that the company is based in Johor and was found promoting the investment scheme through various platforms, including social media. He added that the company initially paid its investors lucrative returns for investing in vending machines. However, the payments eventually stopped. He added that the victims never saw or received the vending machines they had invested in. He also said that most victims learned about the scheme through social media and friends before investing amounts ranging from 1,000 to 450,000 ringgit per person. Brighton dumped Chelsea out of FA Cup. Sports right after this break.
Kalau semua ejen dah pakai Iris, Mata perlukan saya lagi ke?
Kenapa semangat sangat nak kejar aku sampai sini?
Semua rimau aku serang, aku masih boleh tendang. Kalau nampak jangan jengang, kalau kacau pendang kami nanti dengar gendang perang. Lepas lawan yang di sini, lawan yang sebelah. Kita jaga kita.
Wanita hari ini. Selamat tinggal Sri Pentas dari Balai Berita Bangsa.
Kami bawakan dimensi baharu wanita hari ini.
Zaman sekolah dulu suka masuk talian.
Antara momen yang tak dapat dilupakan.
Sayang atau buang, semua nak simpan.
Masalah suka kumpul barang ni, adakah ini berkaitan dengan masalah mental?
Serangan jantung jangan dibuat main.
Pemantauan dan rawatan perlu untuk mencegahnya.
Soal jodoh, tiada siapa yang tahu.
Rezeki jodoh yang tak disangka-sangka.
Semuanya di WHI TV3
dan stream ditonton.
Wanita hari ini.
Bukanlah semua jenis lembu layak untuk digelarkan sebagai lembu penari. Kajang Pak Malau, kajang belipat, kajang hamba mengkuang layu. Kajang yang disebutkan tu adalah merupakan kajang kereta lembu.
Material dia ni, kalau dia pasang terbalik, kat dalam ni dia tak panas. Jadi bila dia panas, dia akan jadi kering. Panas memang panas. Tapi bila panas ni, dia akan jatuh, dia akan jadi kulat. Nak tak nak kita kena sedut udara lembab tu keluar. Dia kena panas dan berangin.
Bomoh edar syabu, pesakit jadi pelanggan tetap.
Apa saya sebab ada masalah. Saya akan jumpa doktor saya. Sebab saya ada masalah. Sebabnya sebab saya tak boleh jalan.
Rumah keluarga dijadikan sarang hayal.
Nak try tengok orang ni, nak try tu.
Saksikan 999 Selasa jam 9 malam di TV3 dan stream sekarang melalui Tonton.
Sports squash the 2025 Cincinnati Gaynor Cup. As Siva Sanggari silenced her critics in style after stunning top seed Olivia Weaver to book her place in the final on Saturday. The world number 10 took down the top-ranked American 11-6, 11-9, 9-11, 11-5 in a hard-fought 51-minute semi-final. Third seed Siva Sanggari played solid squash against the defending champion as the result was a shocker given that Siva Sanggari had never won against home favourite Weaver in the past. The 25-year-old will now face another home favourite, world number 17 Amanda Sophi. Turning to football, the Super League. Nelson Bonilla scored an injury time penalty to earn Terengganu FC a 2-0 win over Negeri Sembilan FC on Sunday night. At the Tuanku Abdul Rahman Stadium, Nurilo Tuktasinov gave the visitors the lead in the 26th minute when he struck a powerful free kick from outside the box. Terengganu sealed the win 10 minutes from time through Bonilla's spot kick, putting Terengganu in fourth place with 27 points, while Negeri Sembilan remained second from the bottom. Still on football, the English FA Cup. Kaoru Mitoma sealed Brighton and Hove Albion's 2-1 comeback home victory over Premier League rivals Chelsea to send the South Coast club into the fifth round. Enzo Maresca's Blues were gifted a 5th-minute lead when Brighton keeper Bart Verbruggen fumbled a Cole Palmer's cross into his own net. The hosts were not behind for long as Jorginho Ruter equalized to make it 1-1 7 minutes later with a glancing header. The Seagulls were the better side after the break, with Japanese winger Mitoma sealing a 2-1 victory 3 minutes before the hour mark with a neat flicked finish over Chelsea keeper Robert Sanchez. The German Bundesliga now. 10-man Borussia Dortmund slumped to a 1-2 defeat to visitors VfB Stuttgart in a disappointing debut for new coach Niko Kovac. The visitors took an unexpected lead when Dortmund defender Waldemar Anton turned a cutback into his own goal in the 50th minute. Jeff Chabot then added a second for Stuttgart with his maiden goal just after the hour mark. Dortmund, who were dominant after the break, cut the deficit with Julian Brandt's low drive from a tight angle 9 minutes before time, but their hopes of grabbing at least a point were dashed when Julian Ryerson saw a second yellow and was sent off in the 89th. The result sees Stuttgart move up to 4th in the table with 35 points, while Dortmund remain 11th with 29 points. Zionist forces fully withdraw from Netzarim corridor. The details when Nightline returns.
Siaran langsung dari lokasi baharu Studio 1 Balai Berita.
MHI membawakan topik-topik menarik untuk anda.
Dalam keriangan bersama keluarga di taman tema air atau hiburan, keselamatan diri jadi keutamaan.
Jika ingin sewakan rumah, buatlah persediaan supaya tidak menjadi mangsa kepada penyewa bermasalah.
Tak boleh rota pelajar, apakah cara terbaik untuk didik disiplin di sekolah?
Juga soal wang, ketahui cara untuk menguruskan hutang lapuk.
Isnin hingga Jumaat jam 10 pagi.
Eksklusif ditonton juga di TV3.
Bukanlah semua jenis lembu layak untuk digelarkan sebagai lembu penari. Kajang Pak Malau, kajang belipat, kajang hamba mengkuang layu. Kajang yang disebutkan tu adalah merupakan kajang kereta lembu.
Material dia ni, kalau dia pasang terbalik, kat dalam ni dia tak panas. Jadi bila dia panas, dia akan jadi kering. Panas memang panas, tapi bila panas ni dia akan jatuh, dia akan jadi kulat. Tak nak kita kena sedut udara lembab tu keluar. Dia kena panas dan berangin.
Bomoh edar syabu, pesakit jadi pelanggan tetap.
Apa saya sebab ada masalah. Saya akan jumpa doktor saya. Sebab saya ada masalah. Sebab saya tak boleh jalan.
Rumah keluarga dijadikan sarang hayal.
Nak try. Tengok orang ni nak try tu.
Saksikan 999 Selasa jam 9 malam di TV3 dan stream sekarang melalui Tonton.
Cinta mereka terikat dari bayang-bayang kekecewaan.
I janji, I akan setia dengan you sampai hujungnya.
Namun, cinta yang terbina hanyalah singgahan derita.
Dengan bakal bapak mertua aku pun kau nak sapu juga. Patutlah lari. Assalamualaikum. Nak masuk ke?
Jadikan Aku Bidadari setiap Isnin hingga Jumaat 7 malam. Di Akasia TV3 dan stream sekarang melalui Tonton.
The Israeli military has completed its withdrawal from Gaza's Netzarim corridor on Sunday, a requirement under Phase 1 of the ceasefire deal between Israel and Hamas agreed last month. According to a Hamas official, Zionist forces have officially dismantled their positions and military posts and completely withdrawn their tanks from the corridor, now allowing vehicles to pass freely in both directions. The full withdrawal of Zionist troops from the corridor took place a day after Hamas and Israel conducted their 5th captive prisoner swap, which saw the Palestinian group release 3 Israeli captives in exchange for 183 Palestinian prisoners held in Israeli jails. In a statement, Hamas said Israel's complete withdrawal from the corridor signals a continuation of the failure of the goals of the war of extermination against the Palestinian people. However, there was little to celebrate in the West Bank as the Zionist military expanded its assaults in the occupied territory on Sunday, killing an 8-month pregnant woman during a raid at the Palestinian territory's Nur Shams refugee camp. In a statement, the Palestinian Health Ministry said the troops opened fire on a Palestinian family at the camp, killing the pregnant lady and critically injuring her husband. Medical teams were unable to save the 23-year-old woman's fetus as the military prevented them from transferring the injured couple to a hospital. The raid on the camp came as Zionist forces continue their weeks-long military operation in the north of the occupied West Bank, targeting Jenin, camps in Tulkarem and Farah in Busst Governorate. Meanwhile, Saudi Arabia on Sunday affirmed its categorical rejection of remarks by Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu about displacing Palestinians from their land. While the Saudi statement mentioned Netanyahu's name, it did not directly refer to the comments about establishing a Palestinian state in Saudi territory. Egypt and Jordan also condemned the Israeli suggestions, with Cairo deeming the idea as a direct infringement of Saudi sovereignty. Saudi Arabia said it valued brotherly states' rejection of Netanyahu's remarks. The kingdom's response comes after Israeli officials have suggested the establishment of a Palestinian state on Saudi territory. At least 41 people were killed in a traffic accident involving a bus in southern Mexico. According to authorities, the bus, which was carrying 48 people, collided with a truck, resulting in the deaths of 38 passengers and 2 of the drivers. The bus completely burned out after it was engulfed by flames following the collision, with just the skeletal remains of the metal frame left standing. The government state of Tabasco said recovery work is continuing, including efforts to identify those killed. Meanwhile, the bus's operator, Tours Acosta, said it was working with authorities to identify the cause and if the bus had been traveling within the speed limit. Nightline this time around. Before we leave, let's take a look as hundreds of lanterns floated into the night skies of northern Taiwan, drawing hundreds of participants from all over the world to the mountainous Pingxi district. With that, I'm Natasha. Thank you for watching and stay safe.